Hi friends, welcome to Spectrum Academy YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to learn the topic which is light energy. Okay, in this topic we will learn reflection of light, laws of reflection, image formed with the help of plane mirror, specular reflection that is regular reflection, and diffuse reflection or irregular reflection. I am making this video specially for CBSE and ICSE board students. Okay, to know all these things, please be with us at the end of this video. Okay, chapter objectives are there. We will learn in this chapter reflection, laws of reflection, and image formed with the help of plane mirror. First of all, we all of us see our reflection in mirror while getting ready to go to school, office, for work, or to attend any function. What we see in the mirror is called an image. You can see here the image is formed with the help of mirror. Light is coming from any source falling on surface of body, and from the body light is reflecting on the surface of mirror and it is falling on the surface of mirror. An image is formed on behind the mirror. Okay, the image which is formed here is a virtual image. This image is formed with the help of plane mirror. Again, we can also see our image on the surface of calm water, in ponds, and polished steel utensils as well. The image so produced is due to the reflection of light. You can see in this picture the light rays which are coming from the source of light, which is sun, falling on the surface of water, which is a calm, and you can see the image is formed or on the surface of calm water. This is also due to reflection of light. This image is forming on the surface of calm water. You can also see your image when you are looking in that water. You can see your image on the surface of water. It is only because of the reflection of light image is formed. Reflection of light refers to bouncing back of lights after striking the surface. So reflection of light is nothing but the light is coming from any source. That source may be sun, that source may be candle, that source may be any fire or flame, tube light, torch or flash. From any source of light, from luminous object, light rays are coming, falling on any surface of object. From that surface, light rays are reflecting from the object and it is reaching toward the another object, like in this way. So reflection of light takes place. It is depend on the nature of the object. So object will be opaque, it will allow to transfer light through it. Object will be translucent, partially absorption and partially reflection will be there, and if object will be opaque object, then there will be reflection of light there. Then mirror. First of all, mirror, we can see objects around us either because of emitting light or reflect light. So here you can see this flame of candle. This is emitting light, and you can see another picture here. This mirror, with the help of this mirror, light rays are falling on the surface of mirror and it is being reflected due to the shiny surface and polished surface of the mirror, and we can see object around this only because of the two reasons: by emitting the light or by reflecting the lights. You can see here these two pictures here. This candle, flame of the candle, emitting the light. Emits means light is coming out from the flame and energy is released in the form of heat and light, and with the help of the shiny surface of the mirror, light rays are being reflected. This is also one type of mirror. This is a curved mirror and this is plane mirror. From the surface of the mirrors, light rays also reflects. Though all objects reflects lights, no objects other than mirror are perfect reflector. All objects reflect the light, but the perfect reflector is the mirror. It reflects maximum light rays which are falling on surface of mirror. That's why mirror is called as perfect reflector due to its shiny, flat surface, smooth surface. The key factor that make mirror different from other object. So some factors are there, that's why the mirror is different than the other objects and it is becoming a good reflector. Some factors are here. It reflects most of the light falling on it. The light rays which are falling on the surface of mirror, you can see maximum light rays it is reflecting from the surface. It is not allowing to transmit them, or it is not allowing to pass through it. That's why it is a good reflector, perfect reflector. Second property is that it does not absorb light. So it does not absorb light means the all rays, maximum rays which are falling on the surface of plane mirror, curved mirror, so it is reflecting that rays. So it does not absorb the light rays which are falling on the surface of the mirror. It reflects the maximum light rays which are falling on the surface of mirror. Third property is that it does not allow light to pass through it. Light rays will fall, they will strike on the surface of the mirror, they will reflect, it will not allow to pass through it like a glass. That's why it is a good reflector, perfect reflector. These are some factors on the basis we can say that mirror is the perfect reflector. It reflects maximum light rays which fall on the surface of mirror. How mirror is manufactured? Do you know how mirror is manufactured? Let's see. To manufacture a mirror, with first a thin clear glass sheet is taken. We have to take a thin glass sheet and it should be clear. Then one side of glass is taken, coated with thin film of metal such as silver or aluminum. So one side of the mirror should be coated with the help of silver or aluminum, and this coating of silver or aluminum does not allow light to pass through it. It will block the all light rays which are passing on the surface of mirror, and it will help to reflect them in backward direction. It will help to bounce back that all rays. It will not allow to pass. Due to this coating, light rays will not pass through this glass, and that coating is of silver or aluminum. It is a metal. Then the paint made of red lead oxide is applied to protect the silver or aluminum film from eroding. So then after coating silver and aluminum, red lead oxide is applied to protect the coating of silver and aluminum film from eroding. You can see here, this is a curved mirror, this is a plane mirror, and this is also plane mirror. There is a coating of silver or aluminum. We can use this mirror for different purposes, curved mirror and plane mirrors. Okay, in dressing table we can use a plane mirror to see our picture clearly inside it. Mirror can have a flat or curved surface. The glass that we have at our dressing table usually has a flat surface. You can see the glass which have at a dressing table having a flat surface, and this is a curved mirror. There are two types of mirror, curved mirror and flat mirrors. Now reflection. Reflection is defined as the phenomenon in which the ray of light bounces back as it falls on a smooth or polished surface like a mirror. You can see here, this sun is the biggest source of light on earth. The rays which are coming from the sun falling on surface of the mirror, and they are bouncing back in another direction. They are reflecting from the surface of the mirror. So this phenomenon is called reflection of light. All the light rays which are falling on the surface of mirror are bouncing back only because of the smooth and polished surface of the mirror, and backside of the mirror coating of aluminum or silver or red lead oxides is there. That's why it is not allowing to pass through that light rays which are coming from the sun. They are falling on the mirror, surface of the mirror, and they are being reflected from the mirror. So this phenomenon we can call reflection of light, or simply we can call bouncing back of light rays from the surface of mirror. Next, terms related to reflection. First of all, plane. A plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface with no thickness. You can see this is the plane having two-dimensional surface. It does not have thickness. So the surface on which light rays are falling, that surface is called a plane. It may be plane of a mirror or plane of other shiny surface, irregular surface also. So the surface area on which light rays are falling, we can call that flat surface, plane surface is called plane of the mirror. So this much is the plane of mirror. Again, ray, the path of light coming from a point source in a given direction. Okay, here is a sun. From this sun, light rays are coming toward the surface of the mirror. So they are following a straight line path, and from any source, candle or flame of the candle or any torch or bulb or sunlight, from the source of light rays are coming in a straight direction falling on the surface of mirror. The rays which are coming toward the surface of the mirror falling on the plane of the mirror, so that rays are that are nothing but the rays that are falling on the surface of mirror, and is represented by line with an arrow, which is called ray of light. So this ray which is falling on the surface of mirror, and this arrow indicate the direction of ray by which it is falling on surface of mirror. This is nothing but the ray, and it is also bouncing back in another direction. Now incident ray, the ray of light falling on surface is called incident ray. So this is the incident ray which is falling on surface of mirror. The ray of light falling on surface of mirror is called incident ray, or it is coming toward the surface of mirror. Another, point of incidence. Now this incident ray which is falling at particular point on the surface of mirror, it strikes at particular point on surface of mirror. You can see here this red dot at that point. Incident ray is striking on the plane of the mirror, and that point is nothing but the point of incidence. Then reflected ray, the incident ray bounce back into the same medium is called reflected ray. From this point of incidence where the incident ray strike on the plane of mirror, from that exact same point, that same ray bounce back in the another direction. So the ray which is bouncing back in the same medium, you can see here medium is also same, by in which the light ray is bouncing back from the point of incidence, same, it is not changing the point of incidence. Where the incident ray strike from that point of incidence, it is bouncing back in the another direction. That rays is called reflected ray. Then normal, a straight line drawn perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Now this plane mirror is the reflecting surface, and we draw a perpendicular here to the plane of the surface, where we draw the perpendicular exactly at the point of incidence where the incident ray strike at that point and reflected ray bounce back from that point. We draw a perpendicular to the reflecting surface at a point O. We can give name here O, is called normal. So the perpendicular to the reflecting surface at point of incidences, we can call it a normal. Angle of incidences, the angle formed between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. You can see here this is one normal, and angle of incidence is formed here with the help of incident ray and normal. The angle is forming with the help of incident ray and normal, that are called angle of incidence. Together they are forming angle, normal and incident ray. Both they are forming one angle. That angle is nothing but the angle of incidences, and it is indicated by small letter I. Now angle of reflection. The angle formed between the reflected ray and the normal is called angle of reflection. Now another angle is formed here with the help of normal and reflected ray which is bouncing back from the point of incidences. So angle is formed with the help of normal which is perpendicular to the reflecting surface, and another ray which is reflected ray. So in between normal and reflected ray, one angle is formed here. That angle is nothing but the angle of reflection, and it is indicated by small letter r. You can see here this light rays which is coming toward the surface of the mirror and falling at the exact point where it is falling, that is incident point of incidence, and from that same incident point it is reflecting in particular direction, and we draw a normal perpendicular which is perpendicular to the plane reflecting surface, and the two angles are forming here. One is the angle of incidence and another is the angle of reflection with the help of normal and with the help of normal and incident ray and with the help of normal and reflected ray. These were the terms related with the reflection. Now another term which is regular reflection. When a parallel beam of light falls on a smooth and highly polished surface, reflected rays are also parallel to each other. Therefore, all the rays reflect at the same angles as the incident ray on the surface. Such reflection is called regular reflection. You can see here all these rays, incident rays, this first incident ray, second incident ray, third incident ray and fourth incident ray. These all four incident rays are coming toward the surface of the mirror and striking at particular point. So where these four incident rays strikes, they are making here point of incidences. So these four are point of incidences. From the same point of incidences, they are bouncing back in particular direction. This second ray also bouncing back in particular direction. Third and fourth as well. All these rays, incident ray and reflected ray, are bouncing back in particular direction from the highly polished smooth surface, and incident ray as well as reflected ray, all these rays are parallel to each other. So this is called a regular reflection, or we can also call specular reflection. Here will be angle of incidences and angle of reflection in the all four reflected and incident ray will be same. That's why this is called regular reflection, and regular reflection takes place on a smooth, highly polished plane surface. Now, a bright and clear image formed by a mirror and the shiny surface of metal utensil is due to a regular or specular reflection. When the light rays are reflecting from the regular surface, shiny polished surface, then we will get here clear and bright image due to the shiny surface on which the light rays are falling. Now second, irregular and diffuse or diffuse reflection. When a parallel beam of light falls on a rough surface such as that of a stone, each ray of light scattered in different direction. Therefore, image formed by such reflected rays is not clear and bright as that formed by a mirror. You can see here same light is coming from the same source as the light is coming from in a regular reflection. From that same source, light was coming toward the surface of object, and but here what is different here? The surface of object is irregular. It is not flat, shiny, smooth surface. It is regular. We considered here the surface on which light is falling, which is stone, and on this stone light rays are falling at different positions and making different point of incidences on the stone, and they are being reflected. You can see here first ray which is striking at here, reflecting in this direction due to the curved surface of the stone. Second ray also falling here, reflecting in this direction. Third ray which is falling here due to different surface, curved surface of the stone, it is reflecting in this direction. Fourth number of rays due to such irregular surface, it is reflecting in this direction. In this condition, we are not getting proper reflection, regular reflection. That's why this is called diffused reflection or irregular reflection, and we will not get a clear or bright image as like plain mirror. This kind of reflection is also called irregular reflection or diffused reflection. Now laws of reflection. You can see this image here. First law of incident, first law of reflection, the incident ray, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal to the surface of the mirror all lies in the same plane. You can see here incident ray, reflected ray and normal all are lying in a same plane. All these rays, incident ray, another reflected ray and normal which is perpendicular to the reflecting surface, all these are lying in the same plane. This is nothing but the first law of reflection. Second law of reflection, angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. So this angle of incidence is exactly equal to the angle of reflection because here is the plane surface and we divided this angle with the help of normal. We draw perpendicular to the reflecting surface and we will get exact angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection, and this is nothing but the second law of reflection, angle of incidence which is equal to angle of reflection. Thank you. Remaining part we will learn in our next video. Thank you.